Alright, welcome back, y'all. Today's episode, we're going to do my take on cheesesteak. Now, in the spirit of the way I like to do things, which is quick and easy, I'm using Steak Umms. Steak Umms, not everybody's favorite. If you wanted to go gourmet, of course, you'd go with some chopped sirloin or chopped ribeye, or if you get your grocer to do the shaved ribeye or shaved sirloin, those are great options also. I like to raise my own beef. And maybe if I'd have thought ahead a little more, I could have done some chopped or shaved ribeye or sirloin, but today we're using Steak Umms. Also, in the spirit of doing things easy, I've got my frozen peppers and onions. I think that's the Walmart special there. And I'm just doing a slice of American and a slice of pepper jack cheese. Get a little more spice to it like that. Now, I know there's going to be a big debate on what kind of cheeses to use, whether you use it out of a jar, use slices. Hey, whatever you like to do, you do you, okay? Alright, so, first thing to start out, here's our seasonings. I like a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, however you say it. Worcestershire. I like a little bit of A1 on mine. Not everybody does, I do. And today, I'm trying out Blackstone cheesecake seasoning. I've heard good things, so I'm going to try it out today. Alright, let's get our veggies going. So, I'm going to put a little bit of oil. Oh, and for those of y'all that are wondering, right now, this is the Walmart Blackstone 36-inch. I've got this burner on low, the two middle ones on medium, and the far one, this one's on high because I'm going to do the veggies on it. So, get some veggies going here. And I always do a little more veggies than what I think I need because they cook down kind of small, and you can always add more, or in this case I can't. I just finished the bag off, but you can usually always add more. It's hard. You could always take some away also, but it's wasteful. So we're going to go with this. So get these guys here together. Put them all on the griddle there. Oops, there's some stragglers. Get those guys. And put the dome on it to help speed things along a little bit. Now let's talk buns. I know a traditional cheesecake comes on a big hoagie roll. Even though I like to eat, I'm trying to watch my girlish figure, so I use a little bit smaller roll. Now I have this one that I started toasting earlier for the first take of this. I made a mistake, so we're refilming. But these are the rolls that I grabbed. They're Pepperidge Farm sausage buns. They're already pre-cut. They're good for brats, hot dogs, or in this case, cheesesteak. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it on the far side of the grill here. I'm just going to make a little tin out of it and keep it on low, and that'll just kind of toast the bun for me. You know, the toasted bun, it helps, especially when you've got some foods that are going to produce a little bit of grease, or some of us like to call it flavor. That helps the bun from getting too soggy from all that by toasting it just a little bit. It helps keep your ingredients where they're supposed to be. So, since I'm using Steak Umms, they cook super fast, so I'm not going to throw them on there just yet. We're going to give our veggies here a little look-see and see how they're doing. They're starting to soften up a little bit. Onions are starting to get a little transparent. That's a good sign. Spread them out a little bit. Put the dome back on there to keep that heat in. Like I said, that'll help help speed them along, help them cook a little faster. Now at the end, I'm going to take the dome off and cook them without the dome. That way I don't like my veggies as a little soggy, so this lets some of the moisture out. Now let's talk, you cook your veggies. Some people like to cook them until you can barely tell they're veggies anymore. They're charred and really small and shriveled up. Some people like to just barely cook them like they are right now and keep them kind of crunchy. Or if you're going to steam them, they come out a little soggy. Whatever you like, you do you. I'm going to cook mine as much as I can. That's why that burner's on high. And not quite get to the shriveled up charred part, but definitely good and cooked. But I like to taste them too, so I don't want them to blend in too much. There we go. Alright, so my onions are pretty translucent. go ahead and flip everything here. Make sure both sides are getting cooked. Whoa, my magnet just came off. I'll glue that thing back on. I don't know how many times. Guess I gotta glue it again. That's what I get for getting the Walmart Blackstone, right? Should have paid double for the one at Lowe's. Alright, spread those out. And there we go. Alright, those are all cooking pretty good. Stick it into the spatula again. So I keep that scraper on hand. Alrighty. We're going to put a little more oil right here in the middle. Not too much. This griddle's seasoned pretty well. There we go. We'll spread it out a little bit. And we'll go ahead and put down, now for the Steak Umms, for one cheesecake for just myself with the small version, I like to use 2 of the portions that are in the package. There's one portion, and if it falls apart like that one did, it's not a big deal because you're going to cut them all up anyways, right? There's the second portion. Now, while that's cooking, got a towel. Put a little Worcestershire on there. Whoops, that's probably a little too much. That'll be alright. You know what? Put a little on the veggies too. And then my personal favorite, just a little bit of A1, and A1's got to be the most difficult thing to pour correctly. No matter how hard you try, you either can't get it out, or you put way too much on there. There we go. And this is the thick and hearty version, so it pours a little slower and has a little different flavor to it. I like it. And here's our Blackstone cheesesteak seasoning. We'll go pretty liberal with that. And we'll throw a little on the veggies too. Alrighty. Now, it's cooking pretty good. Let's go loose from the griddle. It's cooking pretty fast. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take our scraper or chopper, whatever you want to call it. Multi-purpose here. I'll use it as a chopper right now, and then when I'm done cooking, I'll use it as a scraper. There we go. So the edges are starting to get a little crisp. You don't want to let them get too crisp. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we cook both sides as evenly as we can, even though we just made a big mess out of it. Still got to be careful. Alright, not really be careful, but yeah. You want to cook it as evenly as possible. You don't want to find some mystery crunchy bits in there. I'm scraping some of the seasoning back on there, so waste not, want not, right? Put everything on there while it's cooking. Now, that's continuing to cook. I'll take my veggies and them over here. Let me go ahead and take this one down below. And let me go ahead and take all of them down below. Yeah, so the veggies mixed in a little good there. A couple really big onions, so we're going to chop those. A little bit more manageable sizes, I guess. There we go. Alrighty, that's looking pretty good. I think we are about ready for cheese. So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of gathering it all up together, and I'm getting it about the same size as the bun. Speaking of the bun, we'll go ahead and we'll flip that over. It's got a good toasted inside to it. And it'll continue to toast the outside a little bit. Let's do our cheese. This is just plain old, regular old Kraft yellow American cheese. Nothing special. Tear that in half. So I want my flavors to be all blended in. I want every bite to taste the same. Some people like to taste different things with different bites. With cheesecake, I like it to all taste even throughout the whole thing. There we go. Break our dome out again. And just to help that speed along, I'm going to stick a little water down there and let that steam that cheese to finish it off. While that's working, start cleaning up our mess, because also, not only is it quick and easy, but I also like to be done and as cleaned up as I can when it's time to eat. Because I'm done eating, I just like to enjoy it. Maybe if I'm having company over, I like to sit and enjoy a conversation, not spend the whole time cleaning up. So as much as I can clean while I'm cooking, I do. Got my tray here, so I'll go ahead and throw my buns on one side, trash on the other. That'll be ready to go inside. My cutting board and my knife. We'll clean that up, or put that away later. Now, let's check on our cheese, see how it's doing. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright. Good melted cheese. Now, what I'm going to do, turn this over just a little bit. Work that cheese into the cheesesteak. Like I said, blended flavors. And it's okay if a little bit gets on the griddle, because we're going to scoop it all off there and put it inside our bun anyways. I think we're about there. So, there we go. Now the benefit of doing this on the griddle is, whatever doesn't make it in the bun, just scrape it right off and do it again. Now, there we go. All of our ingredients on there. You know what I forgot to grab this time was a plate. That's alright. We'll use a cutting board. It's a little warm, but we're okay. Leave that towel down there. Alrighty, y'all. And here is our finished product. I guess I'm going to be washing the cutting board today, huh? You know what? I'm not going to let that go to waste. Alrighty. That's good. Alright. And there we go. It's super hot right now. But I'm curious to see how that Blackstone cheesecake seasoning turned out. So, I'm going to brave it. They burn. Oh, look at that. Cheese and ingredients just pouring out. I don't know which end to start from. Let's start from this end. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's money. I'll take another bite. Oh, man, that's good. Alright, y'all. Well, there you have it. It's easy, quick and easy. Cheesecake. Or cheesecake. I like cheesecake too, but this is about cheesesteak. So, as always, make sure y'all like and share this video. Hit subscribe. You can turn on or off notifications if you want to be notified when I post new videos. If you don't want to be notified, that's fine. I understand. I don't want to be part of your junk mail. And then if you have comments about maybe you saw something I could have done better or something that you agreed with, y'all feel free to leave them. Try to avoid the flame war and arguments over what is cheesesteak and what's not cheesesteak. But, you know, you do you. And as always, until I see you next time, y'all keep cooking.